my ambition as an artist. I just want to be known as an entertainer. You know what I mean? I want to be looked at as an amazing performer. And it hasn't changed. And so far, I'm realizing it and making it happen.
Aaliyah Dana Houghton was born January 16, 1979, in Brooklyn, New York, named after a Swahili word meaning most exalted one. Her uncle, Barry Hankerson, was a manager and entertainment lawyer who was married to Gladys Knight for a time, and her mother, also a singer, enrolled Aaliyah in voice lessons before she'd even started school.
Who was your biggest influence in that area?
In singing, anyone, I'd have to say my mother. She sings. And she noticed my talent when I was 4. I would hum with her a lot around the house. And she noticed I could carry a tune. And all the people she listened to, all the artists she was into, I was into. When I went on Star Search, I sang My Funny Valentine, which was a song she sang in a play. She taught it to me, and that was what I performed a lot. So she plays a major part in that.
Still very young, she moved with her family to Detroit, where she sang in several school plays. At age 9, she successfully auditioned for the TV show Star Search, where she performed My Funny Valentine. Two years later, thanks to her uncle Hankerson's connections, she spent 5 nights in Las Vegas performing as a part of Gladys Knight's review.
Okay, well, so far, what could be some of your most memorable things? I understand you, when you was 8 years old, you performed before Gladys Knight.
I was 11, I think.
Oh, okay.
Before Gladys Knight in Las Vegas. That was great because we performed for 5 nights straight. So it was almost like a little mini tour for me before I really got into the business. So that's very memorable. I had the gowns on, so.
In addition to his niece, Hankerson was also managing the emergent R. Kelly and introduced the two in 1992. Kelly soon began writing and producing songs for Aaliyah.
As a matter of fact, Barry Hankerson, my manager, who's her uncle, told me to go up to Detroit and hear her sing. Once I got up to Detroit, I didn't have to hear her sing because she was glowing. I knew she had it. As soon as she started singing, that verified it. And from there, we became here, and everything is all good.
Mm-hmm. Is Aaliyah your real name?
Aaliyah is my real name.
It's very unique. It's nice, though.
I think it's a Muslim Arabic name.
Oh, all right. Do you know the meaning, or does it have a meaning?
It means the highest, most exalted one, the best.
All right. Here we go.
Cute.
Let everybody know. Can you say it one more time so we make sure we get this?
The highest, most exalted one, right?
The best, yes.
The best.
Right.
Get it, y'all. Now, what does everybody call you? I know your name is Robert, but do they say, yo, Art, yo, Kelly, yo Robert, yo?
R. Kelly, some call me Ark.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
call
making
him
a
Art.
mistake. Right, Art. Yeah, but most people who know me call me Rob.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me. Aaliyah, I know you're a straight A student. How do you mix with, studies and / artists?
Well, it's very hard to intertwine school with a career, but I do feel that education is number one. Cool. So I work hard at that, and I go to performing arts school, so they're very helpful. They've been very cooperative with me. DSA, everybody knows Detroit. And my parents work with me, so they help me keep my grades up.
What do your parents think about your career?
They're very happy for me that, I finally got where I wanted to get. I've been working very hard, and they've been a great support. Ever since I was a little thing, I used to run around and sing, and they've helped me. They've developed me.
Now, how do people around you act? I mean, you know how people say you've changed, and it's usually not you who've changed, but the people around you. Do you feel that kind of vibe going on?
Well, my friends at school, they've been supportive. They don't think I've changed any. They're the same. I'm the same. We're all the same.
That's cool.
Now, how is he to work with?
Bob is great to work with because really it's not like we work because we're like really close. So it's like just fun, really. We just hang out, sing.
I don't ever remember working.
Yeah, it's just like fun.
It seems like you had a lot of fun recording your album, but is there any song on the album that is your baby that you like more than others?
At your best.
At your best.
At your best, you are loved.
And that's what we're going to peek at today, right?
That's right.
Why that song?
Because I love the Isley Brothers. And I really admire them. They're very unique. Their sound is very unique. You can tell the Isley Brothers song right off. And when he brought it to me, I just fell in love with it from the first time. So that's why I love it.
Where'd the title of the album come from?
She's running around the studio one day with her friends, talking a lot of smack. Talking about age ain't nothing but a number, girl. I was like, what you trying to say? So immediately I heard the song, and I said, I called her back 15 minutes later, told her, check this out. So we cut the track right then and there.
And for the record, you are how old?
That's a secret.
Women doesn't disclose her age.
Hankerson set up a label, Black Ground Records, and secured a distribution deal for Aaliyah with Jive Records. Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, Aaliyah's debut album, was released in May 1994 and quickly became a platinum selling hit on the strength of two smash singles, Back and Forth and At Your Best, You Are Love. Both songs hit the pop top 10 and went gold, and Back and Forth went all the way to number 1 on the R&B hip hop chart, while At Your Best fell one spot short. In August 1996, Aaliyah released her Atlantic distributed second album, One in a Million, which signaled a newly emerging maturity. She worked with several different producers, most notably Timbaland, who co-wrote several tracks with his songwriting partner, Missy Misdemeanor Elliott. Several of which are If Your Girl Only Knew, One in a Million, and 4-Page Letter became hits, with If Your Girl Only Knew going all the way to the top of the R&B hip hop chart. The Diane Warren penned ballad, The One I Gave My Heart To, was also a top 10 R&B hip hop hit, and One in a Million wound up going double platinum. In the meantime, Aaliyah graduated from high school in 1997 and contributed several songs to film soundtracks. Journey to the Past from Anastasia was nominated for an Oscar, and in early 1998, she had a major hit with the Timbaland and Static Major collaboration, Are You That Somebody, recorded for the Eddie Murphy's Dr. Dolittle, in which she also made a cameo appearance. Aaliyah's third R&B hip-hop number 1, Are You That Somebody, also earned her a Grammy nomination in the category of Best Female R&B Vocal Performance. Aaliyah took her time recording a follow-up and put the process on hold to start an acting career. She co-starred with martial arts master Jet Li and rapper DMX in the 2000 Shakespeare adaptation Romeo Must Die, and her accompanying soundtrack single Try Again, also produced by Timbaland and Static Major, became her first number 1 pop hit and second Grammy-nominated recording.
You know, we have the Aaliyah here today. Everybody's excited. Got tons of folks running around wanting to see you because you look so fabulous in this movie.
Thank you.
Romeo Must Die.
Yes.
And you did a wonderful job in it, by the way.
Thank you so much.
So, is this something you want to get into, the whole acting thing?
Yeah, I've wanted it for a while, and I waited for the right project, the right role, and got my coach. I work with all the time. I had him on set, so it's something I definitely want to get into.
So you said you waited for the right role.
Yeah.
So this is something you've been kind of plotting and planning. And what kind of role were you looking for?
Well, I wanted a character that was similar to me in a lot of ways, being that I have an image that people, they know, they're used to seeing me a certain way. I wanted the first character I did to be somewhat like the Aaliyah people know. And
Right.
Trish is independent, she's tough, she's edgy, and I felt that would coincide well with the real Aaliyah.
And it did. And I like that little line in the movie where he said something to you, the guy that was watching you, and he said something about Aaliyah looking something.
Oh my God,
that was funny.
That was so funny. We're on set. He just threw that out there. I tried
did
my
he?
best not to crack a smile because I call Maurice all the time. His name's Anthony. Anthony Anderson is absolutely crazy. We love him to death. He's so funny.
So how was it working with the cast?
Every day he was crazy.
Really?
They were the best, and they just opened their arms up to me and just welcomed me. Called me their fellow thespian, which was wonderful.
wow.
Just being around Delroy Lindo and Isaiah Washington, veterans
Yeah.
like that, and Jet Li, I felt very blessed to have Romeo as my first project.
So did Jet Li teach you some moves? I know in the one scene he was, y'all were
Easy
kind of
me.
fighting together. That was hot.
Yes.
So
he
did-
made sure I was graceful, I looked good, my legs were straight, so he gave me pointers. But I worked with his fight choreographer for a month because it's on me, no stunt double. It's me flipping
That's right.
around. So worked hard on that one. That was a lot of fun.
Now the soundtrack.
Yes.
Girl, you were just all over the
I'm
soundtrack.
all over the soundtrack. Yes, I am.
What's up with that? This is something that did Timberland produce the whole soundtrack or?
Tim produced a lot of the soundtrack. There are other producers on it. I don't want to. We have that as a bonus track on there. And that was produced by Noontime. But Tim did all of the 3 original songs that I have. He produced them.
Because that was hot. The soundtrack is hot. You got your
Thank
single out. You have 2 singles out right now.
Yes. Oh no.
Or what?
You know
One single.
No, and I
Correct me.
have to give props to Irv Gotti because the song I have with DMX, Irv Gotti produced that, and I love him to death. And that song is blazing.
Yes, it is.
Blazing hot.
Yes, it is. So you're like all over the radio. Every time I turn on the radio, it's just Aaliyah here, Aaliyah there. Can I? No, but
That's good stuff.
that's real good stuff. I remember I said, she is going to be like the next hot thing. I mean, you've been doing it for a while now, but you're really I think, at a pinnacle in your career, I think. I see you just doing big things.
Thank you, honey.
So, but we're going to come back and talk about some more stuff.
All
So
right.
y'all stay tuned, right? Girl Talk with my girl Aaliyah. Now, listen, you came into this business at what, 14?
Yeah, 15.
15.
I just turned 15 when I did the video.
Wow, what was that like? Because your first album went platinum and everything. Were you just...
It was overwhelming at first, but it was such a great feeling. This is something I've been working at since I was a baby. It's been my life. So to come out and have people love the album and support me, that's just beyond words.
So since you've been in the business and been in the game for a minute, what kind of lessons have you learned?
What kind of lessons have I learned? The main thing being in this business, you can't lose your sense of self. And to stay grounded and most of all, have fun doing what you love. This is my job, but I have to have fun at the same time.
Right.
So even though there are hours when I'm up and I'm tired and I'm working, the point is I love it. And that's what's most important. You gotta love your job.
So how do you have fun outside of work?
I stay home a lot. I'm a homebody, so we're talking about blockbuster nights. Blockbuster nights are cool. Go to the movies. I hang with my brother a lot. We're very close.
Okay.
There are times when I'm in the mood to party, may hit a club, but that's very rare. So
Yeah, because
keep
you're
it
not
simple.
old enough to hit a club yet, are you?
Yeah, I'm telling you now.
Okay, so you're legal, so you can do those things.
I'm legal now.
So, do you have a boyfriend or anything?
No, I'm still single.
Yeah, me
Still
too,
looking
girl.
You know
what?
What? Looking for the right guy.
It's got to be the right guy. So what is the right guy for Aaliyah?
Someone who's going to be very understanding because my career is important to me. That's number one. Someone who's make me laugh. That's so important. I love to laugh. So be funny, intelligent. Know what he wants out of life.
Yeah.
Simple things.
Because you're going to get a lot of letters now. They're going to be calling up here, yo, I'm the perfect guy for Aaliyah, yo. Liza, you got to hook me up. What?
You look for it.
Me? I just want a brother with a job and a car. Like that. I'm joking. I like the same things you like too.
Right. Simple things. That's all we want.
Yeah, it's important.
That's right.
So let's see. You're working on a new album now, right?
Yes, working on a 3rd project. Still working on it.
Still working on it. When are we going to see this album?
Hopefully end of this year. I had to put it on hold for the movie.
Right.
And then once again for the soundtrack. But Ride With Me, Everybody is coming. Hopefully end of the year or early 2001. But putting my all into it,
So is it hard to like that transition from being the actress to now going back to being the artist?
You know what? I'm just flowing with it. I'm gonna try to juggle both of them. I want to do more movies, continue with my music, so I'm just gonna see what happens.
So, like on the album, are you working with Timbaland again? I'm sure.
Definitely.
Any other producers?
Yeah. We have some new producers in the camp. We've got Rapture. Rapture's amazing. He's also the MD of the band, and hottest band in the world.
Okay.
E-Seats, Butter. Tim will have majority of the album. It's Static and Black and Smokey can play and Missy, so it'll be a hot album.
Hot album.
Aaliyah is our guest. Am I saying your name right? I am, right?
Aaliyah.
Aaliyah.
Yes.
I say Aaliyah. It's Aaliyah.
Aaliyah.
Like Muhammad Aaliyah. I got it. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Congratulations on the reviews for the movie.
Thank you very much.
You've been cleaning up there, little one.
I'm so happy.
Did you feel happy? It's your debut, right?
Yes. I told myself I'm going to stay away from the reviews. You never know what they're going to say. But I've been very, very blessed.
Now, the movie is called Romeo Must Die.
Yes.
And it's based sort of on Romeo and Juliet, or is it?
Well, there's a bit of Romeo and Juliet. We intertwine that in the story, but it's its own story as well. It's about two crime families that they're on a quest for money and power and control, and they break down and realize family. And in that, there's a little bit of Romeo and Juliet.
Right. Ooh, that looks good. Now I hear you had some love scenes, right?
There's no hot steam.
There's some love scenes, though, I thought. No?
There's a beautiful relationship between Trish and Hani. You see it progress throughout the film, and at the end, we leave a lot to the imagination, which I think is sweet.
Yeah.
It's very sweet.
Were you nervous making the movie at all?
I was very nervous. Before I got there, I'm like, this is the real deal. It's what I've wanted for a long time, but, I've got to really prove myself, so.
You were given a lot of scripts before this one, though, and you always turned them down.
Yeah, I didn't feel I was ready. Acting is something I've done since I was little, but I wanted to establish myself in music first. So I wanted to prepare myself again and wait for the right vehicle, the right part, and Romeo was it.
And yeah, I'm so happy for you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Is it true that when you record your records, you make them turn off all the lights in the studio?
Yeah, I have them dim the lights in the control room, and in the vocal booth, it's pitch black. I don't want anyone to see me when I'm singing.
No, why is that?
I'm shy, and I feel like if there are people in there watching me, it's like a show, and then I can't give my all, so I'm like, turn the lights off.
Now, what about when you perform like here? There's people there.
Oh, I'm nervous.
You're nervous, are you?
I'm so nervous. I get so nervous before performance. Then once I'm out there and I feel the energy from the crowd, it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, well, good. I'm glad. Were you always nervous when you just started out? Were you always had sort of a stage fright thing?
Definitely.
You
I
did?
still do. Before any and everything I do, I get butterflies. Major hawks, not butterflies, like birds. In my stomach.
Really?
Yes.
I like your hair. You got like a Farrah thing going on.
I'm giving a lot of Farrah.
It's
Giving
nice.
all of me.
It's nice.
Today.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Take a long time to get it to go like that?
Yeah, my stylist works on me for a couple of hours. He makes me.
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Detroit, Michigan. I was born here in New York and grew up in Michigan. Detroit.
And who were the artists that you looked up to when you were a kid?
I looked up to Johnny Mathis, Barbara, Janet, Stevie Wonder. I worship Stevie Wonder.
Right. Have you met any of them?
I met Janet.
Yeah.
She's very cool. I've never met Stevie. I really want to meet him. I'd love to collaborate with him. And Janet, we talked about that last time I was here.
Yeah. She's nice, Janet Jackson.
She is. She's sweet.
I told her I wanted to collaborate with her too.
Are you going to?
No.
Well, you have to collaborate with me. You can't collaborate with her and then not collaborate with me.
I'm available, by the way.
Okay.
Now that I can say your name right, Aaliyah.
There you go.
There you go. I've
There
been calling
it
you Aaliyah for years. Whatever. Romeo Must Die is the movie. It's out now, and the CD, which you sing on so beautifully, is also available. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for
Lovely to
having
see you.
me.
You're looking great.
Aaliyah subsequently completed filming on the Anne Rice vampire flick Queen of the Damned, playing the title role as a vampire queen, and was cast in a prominent role in the 2 sequels to The Matrix. Plus, she finally finished her long-awaited 3rd album with Timbaland again, handling some of the most prominent tracks. Released in July 2001 with distribution from Virgin, Aaliyah received excellent reviews and entered the Billboard 200 at number 2. The first single, We Need a Resolution, was a top 20 R&B hip-hop hit. Aaliyah traveled to the Bahamas for the filming of the video for another single, Rock the Boat. The plane that was to return her and some of her associates to the U.S. on August 25th crashed shortly after takeoff, killing the singer and 8 others. The music world reacted with an outpouring of grief and sorrow. The album, titled Aaliyah, became the singer's only chart-topping album, and Rock the Boat went top 20 pop.
The plane crash that killed a rising star in the world of music and film. Reaction today after Aaliyah and 8 others were killed when their plane went down. Good evening, I'm Lauren Glassbergen for Sandra Bookman.
And I'm Tim Fleischer. The plane, just after taking off for Florida in perfect weather, suddenly plummeted to the ground. Investigators now saying one of the engines apparently failed. Along with 8 passengers, Aaliyah, a young Brooklyn native and a talented singer and actress. Jeff Rossen is live in Times Square with more on her life. Jeff.
And Aaliyah had a huge following not only here in New York City, but nationwide. Only 22 years old, this pop sensation was a popular singer. She was an actress in some movies recently, even a Grammy nominee. Tonight, her family is in mourning, fans asking, why her? Relatives in shock outside Aaliyah's home on the Upper West Side. The R&B star lived here at the Century, Central Park West and 63rd. She was on a small plane heading to Florida from the Bahamas, where she was shooting a music video.
Sweetest person you can know. Very intelligent. She knew what she was about, and she knew what she wanted to do with her life.
Aaliyah's life started here in New York City, born in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. But as a child, she moved to Detroit, where friends today remembered this young star.
Aaliyah was my best friend. She was a beautiful person on the inside and out. And I'm just shocked.
Aaliyah's hits include Back and Forth and At Your Best. She acted in the movie Romeo Must Die and was slated to appear in sequels to The Matrix. But her life, her dreams, were taken away. On board the doomed Cessna, Aaliyah and 8 others, including a representative for Virgin Records and a makeup artist. Investigators say one of the engines apparently failed. They crashed just short of a runway on Abaco Island. Members of her dance team arrived safely on a different plane.
She's a beautiful person inside and out, and we're going to all miss her deeply.
She will greatly be missed. You know, she had a great impact on many lives, and it was a great experience to share that time with her.
The family, too hurt to speak on camera, but released this statement. Aaliyah's family is devastated at the loss of their loving daughter and sister. Their hearts go out to those families who also lost their loved ones in this tragic accident. Fans at the Virgin Megastore in Times Square say Aaliyah was a role model.
She had it going with her music, her acting career. She had a lot going for a young girl with a lot of potential.
This is another mark of the crash, live from Times Square, a billboard for Aaliyah's new album, but you can see when Virgin Records heard about the accident today, they covered it right up. The bodies right now are in the Bahamas for family identification. We're live tonight in Times Square. Jeff Rossen, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Queen of the Damned was a commercial success upon its release, topping the box office in its first week. The album Aaliyah and Rock the Boat were nominated for Grammys in the respective categories of Best R&B Album and Best Female R&B Vocal Performance.
I self-titled this album because I feel it really reflects me. It's, like I said before, it's a mature album. It's, even with my vocals, you feel the growth, you know what I mean? My signature style still remains, but with some songs I use a little bit more power, a little bit more depth, because I felt that that's what that song called for. And I just want people to really feel who I am as a young adult now. And I really feel that does come across.
By the end of 2002, a later Aaliyah single, More Than a Woman, was nominated for another Grammy in the R&B field. And Blackground issued I Care For You, a compilation that combined previously unreleased material with hits, and debuted on the Billboard 200 at number 3. The title song was a top 20 pop hit. Miss You topped the R&B hip hop chart early the next year. I Care For You became the singer's 4th platinum album. Another Blackground anthology, Ultimate Aaliyah, was issued independently in 2005. 16 years later, Aaliyah's catalog, much of which had been unavailable on streaming services, was reissued digitally and on physical formats. One in a Million re-entered the Billboard 200 at number 10, 8 places higher than its previous peak.
How old are you?
Just made 21.
Just made 21.
Yes.
Are you ahead of schedule?
I've always been very mature. My parents have always told me that. And I mean, where I'm at in my career right now, I feel so blessed because everything that I've always wanted is happening to me. And I feel it's happening right on schedule. It's progressed since I first came out with Age Enough to Put a Number till now. And I just feel like I have so many places to go and so many things to enjoy. I'm just very happy. Very blessed.
Don't forget to comment below, like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.